It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Hey, I want to do a quick update on my buddy Norm McConkey and his business, MPS Toolbox. You know, they're the guys and gals that are out there helping the imaging channel and other resellers get online, sell through an e-commerce platform. Norm, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing really well, Ray. Thanks for having me on again.
Well, I appreciate it, Norm. I just want to do an update. You know, we've been about 3 months now into this craziness, and I know a lot of dealers have reached out to you. You guys have been busier than hell. And, you know, how is that going? One question. And have you had any knock it out of the park success stories you can share with us?
Yeah, great. It's been, yeah, as you say, 3 months now. It has been the busiest period that we've ever had at MPS Toolbox. Obviously, a lot of resellers that were contemplating going online have, you know, the COVID crisis has pushed them to say, okay, well, we finally need to do something. So that's been obviously beneficial to our business and beneficial to theirs as well. So yeah, absolutely. Busiest time for the last 3 months. We continue to add folks in the imaging channel. One of the, you know, in terms of success stories, you know, as the expression goes, you got to be in it to win it.
Yep.
And, you know, one of the things that I've seen a lot of organizations pivot and say, what else can we sell? You know, if right now we're having a difficult time, you know, pushing out print technology, one of the things that a lot of people have heard are the, you know, temperature verification kiosks. That's a natural product, I would say, for people in the imaging channel to add to their product portfolio. But we've had some customers that obviously, because they have an e-commerce website and have an ability to transact and communicate with their customers, they put those products out on their sites, then communicated to their base, you know, via email and their sales reps that they had them, and they've had tremendous sales and uplift back into their organization. So they then, yes, they're selling or transacting a product because they have it online. They don't have to, you know, make an appointment to go and visit somebody and transact with them. And then obviously they're looking like they are solution providers for their customers. So one of the customers that did that has now sold upwards of 50 units, I think, of those products online. And they're not small ticket items, right? You know, with decent margin and good prices. And I think, you know, we're going to see these pop up everywhere as we go into businesses in the next few months. So it was a great product ad and very heads up by the company. And the OEM that helped support them actually helped, you know, pay a little bit for the campaign that they put together to announce this to their customer base.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, if you have the site already up and running, and you know, because we're just in the, you know, the virus crisis today, but 6 months from now we could be in some other kind of a crisis, whatever it is, whatever the market's moving toward. But if you have this infrastructure in place and the ability to do transactional business on your website, you should definitely have that, because you can just add these products and things. Now, obviously, for a reseller or a dealer world, they have to provide services. That's where their real revenue money is. So, but there is a hybrid between the two of those. And anybody that bought that thermostat is a customer that you can now go and talk to, whether they were new or whether they were existing base. So you can live in both worlds with the e-commerce. There's no doubt about that. So,
and I think that's a key point about e-commerce is many of the folks in the imaging channel are on one line of business. You know, for the most part, it's you might expand out with it, but ultimately it's documents, it's print, it's physical print, and paper. But as soon as you add something in, like you know, thermostats and products like that, you're moving into a different line of business. You're talking to a different customer or person inside that organization, and you know, it really, the hardest part is to go from one line of business to the next. Once you knock down another lane, then it gets so much easier to then sell other IT products and things, because they look and say, you know, that company, they gave us a solution and helped us with that. I'm going to call that rep again because I've got something completely different, and I know that rep is somebody that could just solve problems for me. And that's the place that we want to be, obviously, as service providers.
well, you're getting more data. If people are buying transactionally from your website, you can mine some of that data and start deciding who are these customers, what level of that organization actually decided to buy this. They might be surprised on who's buying things. They might see a CEO of a company buying a desktop printer, as an example. So, you know, data's king. And, you know, e-commerce, obviously, anytime anybody's going to your website and they're doing transactions, you're building a whole bunch of data that's being given to you by the end user. It's not being collected by a sales rep, and there's a big difference in that. The more data that you can get collected by the actual people that are, you know, making those transactions, the better that data is. Salespeople tend to embellish data where customers give you the facts, so it's kind of interesting. How many dealers now are you working with, Norm?
We're just about to pass a huge milestone of the company of 100 resellers that we've set up e-commerce for.
Man, that's fantastic. I'm super excited for your success. And, hopefully, we can get through this thing. And I hope our dealer friends in the Imaging Channel are paying attention to the e-commerce capabilities, to other service solutions that they can provide, IT services. I'm trying to bring some of that awareness to the market. But, Norm, it's been a trying time for a lot of people. And it's organizations like you that have those solutions, and that's what we want to share on the end of the day with Ray. So I appreciate you being part of that ecosystem. I wanted to ask you real quick, because you were doing this CIA program with our friends at Clover. And so, how is that going? Because you guys teamed up a little bit on that.
Oh, a huge shout out to the team at Clover. First of all, I love the whole concept of it because, obviously you've got an important vendor in Clover that has many marketing services and, at the end of the day, product that people need to buy. And part of the series that we did with them, explaining to customers that, now when revenue is a challenge, maybe what you really need to do is focus on your bottom line. So what is it? What are my cost centers? How can I lower that? And I think that Clover's done a great job and has some great opportunities there. And when you couple that, of course, with Nexera, BE, their data, being able to put that together and kind of, not just say, hey, if you buy these remanufactured products, we can save you more money. You can say, no, I can tell you exactly how much money you're going to save based on the cost difference and the amount that each of these devices are printing. And the team at Clover, obviously they have thousands of customers. They've been making it rain for us to put it. So great shout out to Jim Serpleski, Aaron Dick, and Sarah Henderson over at Clover.
Well, I appreciate that, and I know they do too. And Norm, I'm going to end this the way I always do, and I'll see you next time on the end of the day with Ray. My friends, remember, status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and have a fantastic day.